Hi, in this video, we're going to take a look at 3 steps that can reduce alert fatigue for you or your team when using Prometheus. Imagine this is a Slack channel where you get all of your Prometheus alerts. You could be having hundreds of these alerts at the same time. The problem with these alerts is they do not provide you enough context. So, for example, I, as a developer, can take a look at these alert, and to understand what the issue is, I might have to reach out to a DevOps or SRE who has access to the cluster. Or even if I am a DevOps or SRE, I should use some kubectl commands to get the logs, Kubernetes events, etc., to figure out the actual issue of the alert. This is time consuming and also slows down your process to resolve these alerts faster. Now, I'll show you an example of how you can enrich these alerts with additional information so your teams can resolve these issues faster. Here's an alert from Robusta. This is an alert about a pod crash looping. It has the exact details of the application that is crashing, details of the container that is being crashed, and also when the application. Here you can find the logs of the application and also the Kubernetes events. This can help you determine what the root cause of this issue is faster. And it is not limited to just logs. Here in this case, this is another app example where the issue is an umkilled alert. You have all the information and you also have the utilization graph of memory of the application. So when an umkill happened, you can understand at what point in time the application was using more than its limit and why it got umkilled. This in itself can save your teams a lot of time in determining the issue. Now, using this, your teams can actually fix the alerts, but this still does not reduce the number of alerts they are getting because each alert gives them a notification and this might still lead to alert fatigue. So next, I'm going to show you how you can reduce the total number of alerts into one single alert. Here's an example of all of the alerts in a single day condensed into one single alert. Here you can see that there are 657 notifications all combined into one single Slack thread. And you get an overview of all the alerts that have fired and also the alerts that are resolved and each one with their severity. For example, here's an alert of low priority and most of these alert looks resolved. So this could be something your team can check later compared to a crash loop or an image pullback of alerts which are of high severity and also are firing and none of them are resolved. So throughout the day, as you get more notifications, this notification gets updated. So when you get a new alert, this changes to 658 notifications and that notification gets added here. This drastically reduces the number of alerts that your team has to see each time and also helps them identify which alerts are of priority and which ones are not and helps them focus on resolving issues. Now, one of the things you can improve here is that these notification is seen by all of your teams, which you might not want. So, for example, if there are two teams, a front end and a back end team, you might want the front end team only to see the front end alerts and the back end team to see only back end related alerts. So you could route these alerts based on namespace, their type, or the time of the day when these alerts occurred. So, for example, if you have a support team that works only in the morning, they can only see alerts that have occurred in the morning. Or if you have a support team that works at night, so they can have a specific time and all those alerts will be routed to a specific channel with those teams. Using these 3 simple steps, you can reduce the number of alerts each of your team sees every day and the amount of time it takes for them to resolve each of these alerts. If you are interested in setting this up on your Prometheus alert, here are some resources to get started. In the Robusta docs, you will find an option to integrate your existing Prometheus with Robusta, and that will instantly give you pod logs, automatic alert insights, and other enrichment. You can also look at the notification and routings tab, where you will have all the details related to grouping alerts into Slack threads, or routing alerts based on namespace, type, time, and everything that we've discussed so far. Thank you. And if you have any questions, feel free to reach us out on our Slack. You can join it from the docs itself or shoot us an email. Thank you.